I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to That's My Jam. If you've been around my channel very long, you know all about my little ride or die, Marley. Marley is an 11-year-old Yorkshire Terrier, and she's got no teeth and one eye. But one of the sayings we have here on TMJ is, toothless dogs deserve treats too. I've got a couple of other soft dog treat videos on my channel, but today we're going to make a new one. Stick around to the end and we'll see if they are Marley approved. I'm going to peel one banana. And start to mash that up with a fork. To that, I'll add 2 eggs and 1/2 cup pumpkin puree. Make sure you don't get pumpkin pie filling, you just want pure pumpkin. Next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sweet potato baby food. If you don't want to use this ingredient, you can substitute 1 tablespoon coconut oil. The coconut oil would most likely make these treats a little more moist, but Marley's stomach is so sensitive to any kind of oil that I substitute that ingredient for the sweet potato baby food. Okay, we're going to mix that with a fork until it looks about like that. Next ingredient is 1/2 cup coconut flour. A lot of dogs are very sensitive to gluten, Marley being one of those dogs, so coconut flour is a much better alternative for holding this all together. We're going to keep mixing this with a fork until all of that coconut flour is incorporated and our mixture is going to look like this. Next, I'm going to place some parchment paper over a small cookie sheet. I'll put our mixture right on there. And we're just going to work this until we've got this flattened out. I'm going to try to keep some nice clean edges, and ultimately I want to spread this out to be about 1/4 inch thick. That looks pretty good. While my oven is preheating, I'm going to give this 5 minutes or so just to sit. After 5 or 6 minutes, my oven is preheated. Now I'm going to use a sharp knife and start cutting this dough horizontally and also vertically. Ultimately, I just want to make some squares. The size of your squares might vary depending on how large your dog is. This is ready to go into my preheated oven for 35 minutes. If you're enjoying today's video, now's the time to tap the like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Once we've pulled these from the oven, I'll transfer these over to a rack to cool down completely, and that's when the magic's gonna happen. Once these treats have cooled down, you're just gonna start breaking them apart. They come apart very easily and make nice little squares. You can see that they hold their shape nicely, but they're also nice and soft for toothless dogs. This makes a good-sized bag of treats. In fact, we're probably going to need to share these with some of our doggy neighbors. This bag needs to be sealed airtight and placed in the fridge, but not before we do a taste test with Marley G. Even though these treats are super small, that's still a lot for a tiny little dog like Marley. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you how soft they are. And I'm gonna crumble hers up just like this.
Oh boy, are you definitely a fan? Is it so good? Is it so good? Think it is.
Your dog doesn't have to be toothless to enjoy these treats. But if you do happen to have a toothless little friend like Marley, give these homemade treats a try. It's also worth mentioning Marley has an extremely delicate digestive system. Almost everything makes her sick. So far, these treats have not. But every dog is different, and even though every ingredient in these treats is safe for dogs, it's always a good idea to consult your vet before introducing any new foods to your pets. I truly hope you have a fantastic week ahead. I'm going to be back again with you real soon. In the meantime, turn off the TV, turn on some music, and just keep jamming.